Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Shards. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, then you can go to Patreon, where it's $5 a month. On a side question, I wonder how much energy does a shard use? Or make, Because, you'd assume people would use lots of energy, so you'd have to get lots of shards, but I don't know, maybe they're just OP. Anyways, on last Let's Play, we were caught with our willy in our hands, because we were in the bathroom. And the creepy guy with the plague doctor's mask was looking at us, and was like, hi. At which point, we ran away. Which does beg the question, what are they? I mean, on the one hand, the school is kind of filled with weirdos, as far as I know. Maybe. And it did, kind of questionably go high. But then, on the other hand, in Dallin's route, there was two things that seemed to be a bit off. Especially the attempted kidnap and uwu of us. But yeah, we ran in any direction, which ended us in the summoner's office, where we suddenly just joined the summoners. Hyena. Unlike the Dallin's route, we have actually joined a group, because I don't remember us actually joining them, really. We need to do that at some point. Would have to assume we did, right? Anyways, that's for another time. For our time right here, we're going to have food, because he's inviting us out, kinda. Says I have no other choice. So reset face. And for some reason the music was doing that. Accept invitation. I'd be happy to have you by my side then. Also, is the text speed really fast for oh, right. Yes, please. The man closes his eyes, contemplating, before smiling sincerely, and finally showing you his hands, reaching with one towards you. Well then, shall we? It's kind of funny how Scribbles is now the narrator because reasons. I wonder how long that's going to be going on for. A few clouds in the sky seem to disappear, and the sun warms your fur with each step in its rays. You keep a step behind your new friend, watching him walk with his tail barely swinging. I guess a horse. A tail that separates a pair of powerful thighs, of which you just can't take your eyes from. It is kind of weird that even bottoms are like, that's a nice butt. His high-top, sleeveless shirt remains almost unmoved in the walking motion, making you wonder how it's pinned down. I don't know. Perhaps it's special material, or it's a one-piece? But thinking about how the strip of fabric surrounds that guy's crotch is not the best idea at the moment. Something to do later at night. One thing you do remember to take your mind away from Lute's thoughts is a creepy, cloaked figure that might or might not show up around the next corner, behind you, or even outside, looking in. I'm kind of wondering if it's the shy guy. Who knows? Noticing your awkward fidgeting, the horse finally decides to stop his intentional silent treatment, performed to tease an anxious, shy individual like you, successfully at that too. By his reaction, you assume he enjoys doing this to first years for fun. Cody, I'm glad you decided to join us. What exactly made you take that as the decision like that? Usually first years with magical abilities simply join the Sorcerer Shard. It's more versatile. Some would say more fun too. I just like, summoning? Really? Say, what is a summoner's job? Summoning Nightfallen to help. Duh. Whoa there, cutie. Easy on the details. Cutie? To help with what? House chores? You don't usually summon Nightfallen inside a house. It's a tiny bit illegal. Also, is it just me or is the music seem to be a bit loud? I might just put it down a smidge. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, alright. I don't know much about summoning. I just found out I have magic, like 3 years ago. He stops in his tracks and says nothing, just turns around, slowly, smiles warmly, and looks you up and down. That won't do. Come with me. So we're actually gonna get training? I mean, I love Dalian. I love Dalian's route. It seemed to be us just hanging with him, you know? And detention, and I guess helping Chelsea? Okay. We're actually gonna get training for once in this college? He gently grabs your hand and makes you hurry along with him. Shortly, the academy front gates are left behind, and the busy town life takes its place. People walking by, bees and butterflies, still bothering the flowers that decorate the shops and houses. Simply a nice day for a walk with a handsome man. Are you thirsty, Cody? I could summon for men. What? What? I mean, yeah, kind of. Okay, seriously, dude. Also, that's the second time we've seen her walking around with a map, which is upside down. Like, I could understand if she was the person who couldn't, see, but still. Hey, and I don't think I've seen him before, though maybe I have, dunno. You both stop by a cafe, and he pulls out a chair for you. Thank you. A minute after, he brings out 2 large cups of liquid and offers you one, together with a thick straw and a plate of pastries, both sweet and savory. Boba tea? Ah, I heard about these, but they don't sell them where I'm from. Then, I would not survive there. I tried boba balls for one time. I didn't really like him. I know, when I'm drinking, I don't want to chew. You follow his example and stab the straw through the thin plastic lid. Upon sucking the liquid, soft balls of sweetness enter your mouth, as well as a strong taste of coconut milk and vanilla. It's more of a neat sweetness bomb than tea, but it is enjoyable nonetheless. It's good, really good. That face. It's my favorite drink. The milky, cold tea and the chewy, sweet pearls are everything I want in a snack or beverage. I can see why. It's delicious. I can't believe I never had anything like that in the city, or it. That's the power of local businesses. You spend some time in blissful quietness, with only the hubbub of the streets and nature to bother you, and enjoying the little lunch break. The light wind ruffles your fur and cools you down from the prevailing summer sun. It's a peaceful day, so peaceful that you almost ignore your partner's words. How? He's a horse. What do you think of the town? The academy? Huh? Oh, I've only been here for a day, less than that, a few hours, but I really like it already. Not hearing any car honks or engines is nice, and the air is so clean. Not to mention, you have these delights sold here. You shake the ice in the bottom of the empty cup, soon empty. The horse giggles together with you, but quickly switches to a more serious tone. Cody, you need a reason. Reason? What do you live for? What do you strive for? What do you fight for? Why do you want to be a summoner? That's a weird way of asking. Why? You see, slayers are either sex-driven or bloodlust-driven. They want to put their hands on Nightfallen one way or another. Alternatively, some just want to have the easiest classes and be the most likely to graduate. Defenders want to protect people, to be helpful in combating Nightfallen through other means than just murdering them. Is that how you spell combating? I'm just gonna print screen that because it's one of those words that could be a word that I'm like, don't usually read. It's like, wait, is that how you spell combating? Murder? I meant killing them. Defenders are also in the business of having the glory and the money of a hunter, but not actually interacting much with Nightfallen. Most aristocrats and noble families become defenders, even if defending people is the last thing on their minds. Sorcerers are somewhat of a jack of all trades, depending on their abilities, but most of them are either here to sharpen their crafts or just looking for fun and adventure. You'll see that everyone fits into a mold around here, or that mold. Into a mold around here? A good or bad mold, if you want to see it that way. What about summoners? He thinks for a second, readying to respond before stopping himself in the last second. That is for you to decide, and for others to judge. Why do I want to be a summoner? If it weren't for scribbles, would I still want to be one? Of course, whatever your response is, it's not like I'll throw you out or anything. It just depends on how I see you in my own eyes. Why? Special bond with Nightfallen? I made a promise to a friend. Simply calls me. Interesting stuff. I mean, this would be kind of a lie, but also kind of not of a lie, because, you know, friend. And this one just seems a bit more wishy-washy, and that one seems even more wishy-washy. Maybe. I'll pick that one. I see. Well then. I know what we should do now. What is that? Whoa. Therium grabs her hand, taking both empty cups of tea and throwing them in the trash can, before starting to power walk with you behind. Where are we going? A place outside the barrier. A special place. What kind of place? I'm gonna teach you some basics about summoning. Whatever reason it is you want to be one, I can't just let you fail tomorrow's auditions. Is the auditions tomorrow? Because I know in Dallin's route, there's at least, what, 2 days? Because we sleep twice, I think. It would be a shame if a recommended student switched Shards so soon. That's awesome, but why are we in such a hurry? Oh, maybe it's like this Shards' own auditions or whatever. He slows down and lets go of your hand, which you now realize kind of hurts. However, his accidental strength does not enact opposite. Does the exact opposite of scaring you, of course. Horror. You're not allowed to intervene in the narration. You do it all the time. Shut up and continue. You're right. Sorry. I got a bit excited. I don't often take someone under my wing. Seeing the stoic horse show genuine emotion makes you feel nice. Just a warm feeling that can't be described surges through you. Ooh. He stops walking and turns towards you. The back of his palm suddenly touches your forehead as his other hand holds your head in place. Strange. I didn't think any lewd remarks in a while, yet your body's temperature is unusually high. Are you feeling alright? I didn't make any lewd remarks. Yeah, of course. It's just kind of hot outside, you know? Especially with all this fur. He smiles, or caressing his bare, short-furred arm. He smiles or caressing his bare? I can't relate. But no worries. The place I'm taking you is cool and shaded. Your walk continues for another minute or so, until the edge of the barrier, and the beginning of the force comes in sight. He grabs your hand again, and goes first through the barrier, sucking you, out too. Ah! The force of the field is high enough to make you stumble, but he doesn't hold your hand for nothing, as he caught you in his chest. I don't think I deserve a personal chest airbag. Why not? You're a little special recommended student. You deserve whatever you desire. Oh? He brushes off that last statement, leading the way further as if nothing had been said. but for some reason, you can't shake the words off. Why exactly do we deserve the best? Again, this guy does feel like... he does seem to be put off silly in the Discord, but I can definitely see him as either somebody that... yeah, somebody that could be bad, or maybe somebody that is, like, slightly bad in a, like, I just want to get in your pants way. The headmaster made it quite clear that we have to treat you four very well, to put it simply. And they didn't have to tell us, leaders and vice leaders, twice, because, as I said before, it benefits us to have you in our shard. I see. You seem disappointed. I hope you don't think that's the only reason I want to hang out with you. It's because he's sexy. It takes more than an old, bossy line to make me do something I don't want to do. That's reassuring, but if that's not the case, why are you, you know, spending so much time for my sake? Sorry if I'm a bit negative here, but I don't have much to offer. You'll learn that there are very easy and straightforward answers to many complicated questions. The horse takes a couple of quickened steps and jumps over a big, fallen tree trunk, offering you his hand as you approach. The answer to that question is... he pulls your hand hard, catching you for the third time in his arms today. You're cute. You can't help but blush, almost hard enough to be visible through your fur, lasting for as long as his half-closed eyes linger on your flushed face. Let's go after a moment. Right, go after a moment? And he lets go after a moment, takes a step back. Right, narrator. Waiting for a reaction to something specific. With all this self-doubt and meaningless conversation, you didn't pay attention to where exactly he's taking you. His fuck spot. You only now notice the forest has turned into a clearing surrounded by bushes and tall mossy boulders, as well as some people-made objects. Just checking the time. And maybe should reset my face. Just in case. A couple of benches and coffee tables, clearly made by amateurs. Some scarecrows, or perhaps makeshift target dummies. A soft breeze ruffles your fur as you look around, noticing the best feature of this place, the cool air and shade from the never-ending summer sun. What do you think? It's not much, but I'm proud of it. It looks nice, and feels even better. Is this your personal, secluded forest getaway? It's a pretty popular trope in romantic fanfiction. Not that I'm familiar with that topic. Cool new plans for myself. Ransack your mind for all that gay smut. Please don't. Don't have time anyway. Gotta continue with commentary. Phew. It's kind of weird how much he's, quiet since he's become the narrator. The horse chuckles. Wouldn't say it's necessarily mine per se, but I was the one to come up with the idea and coordinate the work. It's a special place for the summoners to come together and hang out, or practice, or study. Sure, study. Of course, summoning for fun is not allowed inside the barrier, but here, we're free to do whatever you want. Shut the fuck up. Excuse me? Sorry, yeah, that was directed at this beauty right here. Your gaze falls on the tire swing, hanging from a low, sturdy branch. Memories from your childhood come rushing in, and the desire to ride something that is not a man for the first time takes over. I want to print that scene, or take a snip of it, so I could send it to, that one YouTube thingy. Hopefully the screen isn't just completely covered when I do that, Though maybe I should just take a snippet just to be sure, At last, your reaction is accepted by the horse as you run towards the swing. Ah, that. He watches as you walk around the swing, contemplating how to use it. Although, the courtesy would be to ask if you can use it in the first place. May I? To be insulted if you didn't try it. I'd be insulted if you didn't try it. Let me help. He bends down and lets you use his hand as a stool, the tires swing being hung unusually high. You put your legs through the hole one by one, then hold tight as the rope makes the tires swing and rotate uncontrollably for a moment. You look at his grateful eyes as he leans on a nearby tree, taking the responsibility of pushing you lightly, over and over. Since your feet don't touch the ground, you can swing. How do you feel? 10 years younger. I can see that by your beautiful smile. You get flustered again, for I lost count, as your legs swing playfully like a 9-year-old. Isn't it curious how the thing so simple can bring so much joy to the most unexpected people? Am I that unexpected? Just because you're shorter with a thin and sexy body doesn't mean it doesn't come with a bit of surprise. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. Your face is once again red as something very red. Like fish tuna. Yes. From now on, every time you get flustered or embarrassed for someone contemplating you, I'll play this sound. Please, for all that is sacred, choose another sound. Fine. I'll use this one then. What was that? Oh, that one. I just need any sound, so I don't have to make meaningless comments on your feelings all the time. Understandable. What was that also tick sound that kind of sounded like, I don't know, a bug flying into a bug zapper? Are you against the idea of a swing? Therium looks over at the swing for a moment before responding. It was my idea, actually. Really? Yes. Why? Just because I'm a bit bigger than you physically doesn't mean I don't like fun. Also, I like that type of shirt. I kind of have something like that for the Renaissance Festival, though more kung fu-ish than... That looks formal, but I like it. I want one. Besides, I'm only 10 years older than you. I swear I can read. Besides, I'm only a year older than you. Just cause you're so proper, kind of like Dalian, but less tied down by rules. If you ask anyone, they'd tell you it's an honor to be compared to that wolf. But not you? I like Dalian, if that's what you're asking. But there's something about his ways you don't agree. Is that right? He looks surprised. My, you're a smart cookie. To be honest, I just have different views of the world compared to other people. Which means I'm gonna conquer the world. Give me a sec. Just need to clear my throat. Ooh woo. Of course woo. I wonder if I crossed my eyes and then undid that, how that would look. Sorry, I just need to do it. Nope, didn't seem to change anything. I was kind of thinking my eyes go in different directions. It doesn't start with the defender's leader, and it doesn't end with him either. In any case, let's change the topic. I assume you must have many questions. Yes, oh man, so many, such as, this will definitely sound dumb, but how do I even summon something? That's not dumb at all. First years are not expected to be able to summon anyone until the end of the first semester. I wonder how, stuff would work with this. Because you'd think a way that they would do it is you'd have just general classes and then you'd pick one of the 4. Just saying. Ah, that's good to know. Do you have any summoning crystals? Nope. He looks surprised. You search through the backpack upon seeing his reaction. Well, I had one I'm using as a flashlight once. It must be here somewhere, but it's probably dull at this point. No, don't bother. The ones used for light don't work for summoning. Oh. Huh. So, you really don't know anything, do you? Ouch. Sorry, I mean, nothing about summoning. I was expecting a recommend student to have at least some knowledge. I was mostly chosen based on my magic alone. I never really expected to actually join the Summoners. So, what made you change your mind? A friend, I suppose. So we're changing our topic? A friend? Yeah, he's a big fan of Summoners and Nightfallen, but it's a delicate matter. I see. Well, a little context then. We have the day-to-day energy crystals. The ones we buy at the store. Prices don't even reach triple digits usually. Do you know where those types are collected? I assume from weak Nightfallen? Bingo. The weakest of them all. Some slimes, here and there. Maybe a low-tier mimic. Those can store energy like a battery within them, and are the only ones that can be easily recharged by simply not using them for a while. Oh, huh, interesting. Obviously, they don't have much power to them, only used for flashlights, light bulbs, and such. I've seen people summon weak Nightfallen too. How do they do that? Not any crystal can be used for summoning. Their gems must be collected with care to be used for summoning. If the Nightfallen was killed, the gem is lifeless. I thought that's how you get gems. Nothing more than wasteful energy. Oh, so we don't kill them? Well, we'll leave the killing to the slayers and sorcerers. We're here for the fun part. So, do we still fuck them? Yes. Great. I mean, good to know. As a summoner, you'll learn more about that over time. We could go back to the academy and get some for your level. I smell a choice menu option coming up. Jesus! Desperate to stay here with your new man, and your swing, you quickly think of a new question and topic. What about those additions, eh? What about... Who designed this menu? Oh wait, there's another one. Never mind, I hate it here. How about your own Nightfallen? You would like that. Wait, you would like that. I was wrong. There's another choice. I guess we can go down the list, maybe? This year, I heard the headmaster wants to do them publicly. The summoning auditions are never very fun to watch, at least not for first years. Since I said before, most of them don't mention summon much. After that, it's practice sessions for everyone else. Everybody. We partake in a practice session? No, that's once again only for the fresh meat. Sorry, I want to read, but for some reason my brain's like, no. How about your own crystals? Do you have any? Once again, your question stuns him for a fraction of a second. I do, but they're too advanced for you. Can you at least demonstrate what I have to do? He thinks some more. Fine, I have one you might like. Here, let me show you. Or, fine, because I feel like I read that wrong. He takes out a small gem, keeping it between his fingers in front of you, but at a safe distance. First, the most important thing is knowledge. You need to know who you're about to summon. It is impossible for you to, let's say, steal my crystal without knowing what kind of Nightfallen resides in it. I would never do that. I know, sweetie, it's rhetorical. Yeah, but still, who would want to steal someone else's Nightfallen? Why wouldn't they? They're just tools to be used, aren't they? I don't think so. I wouldn't say tools, more like companions, or familiars, or pets. I don't know much about this universe, but okay. Maybe even friends. Don't call me crazy for saying that. I see. So, that's what you really think. A unique view, but definitely not crazy. The horse keeps pushing your tire away gently each time you come close to him, and you're having more fun on the swing than you'd like to admit. Now, as per your earlier quest, my lord. Bobby! He concentrates for a moment. Then, a blue gem in his hand starts to glow. An animalistic figure getting conjured at his feet. Meet Sparky. An alien-like puppy appears, panning out its tongue, and immediately jumping at his owner's feet, asking for attention. Aww, can I pet him? Sure, he likes strangers. You reach down and place the tip of your fingers on his forehead. The fur is soft, but thick, with almost otherworldly texture. If you close your eyes to ignore the antennas, or in multiple eye sockets, you definitely think it's a dog of some sort. This makes you a tad sad. Something that horse notices fast. What's wrong? Is he much weirder than you thought he'd be? No, the opposite in fact. I think it's sad someone would kill this little fella. Considering it's not even the kind you can, charge with energy. True, his gem wouldn't even be able to generate enough power to power a light bulb. And they can't even procreate either, so there's no reason to get rid of them. It does raise some questions. You know what? That's the kind of stuff they'll teach you later on. There was never a year when somebody didn't give the ethics professor a major headache. Do you know Chelsea? The Defender Shards vice leader? What about her? When she was a first year, one of the first things she did in her second semester was release all the captured Nightfallen from their crystals. How did she do that? And more importantly, why? She is magicless, so technically she didn't do it, but she convinced someone to help her. She agreed to stop and help recapture them after her scholarship was on the line. As for why? The morality of the common, uninformed people got to her, to put it simply. Why? What does that mean? Cruelty against any living being, no matter the reason, is seen as a sin for anyone that doesn't work in the field, that doesn't know any better. And you know what they say, if you can't beat them, join them. You nod in understanding. The person who helped her? No idea. Couldn't tell you, even if it wanted to. It was you. For the first time, such sudden information coming from you doesn't stun him anymore. He keeps quiet and looks down at the little Nightfallen, continuing to smile as he did before. You know, if I had to pick, I would have pondered maybe Dallin, but now that I think about it, yeah, Therium could seem like the person because he's like, it's a cute little Nightfallen. It was I, indeed. I suppose I'm the main bad guy in that story now. Not at all. Huh? Well, both of you did what you thought was right. And since nobody was hurt, and it almost seems like you never done it ever again, you're all good in my eyes. You know, Cody, I don't think I gave you enough credit. Not knowing anything about summoning doesn't make you any less important than someone else. Did someone say something about me? Well, this is a bit of a secret, but if you promise not to tell anyone, I don't mind sharing. I promise. Now, who's the traitor? Do you remember Alvy, the other recommended student of the bunch? Nope. Because I remember Rose, I remember Cole or something, but not Alvy. Your mind cringes remembering your earlier encounter. Is that the dog? Yep, something sounds familiar about that name, because that's the only one I can think of. He's going to join us as a summoner. Oh, that's great. We'll be in the same shard every day, all year, for 5 years. Can't wait. I've met Alvy as well, and I must say, you two have a lot in common. How so? First years, recommend students, shy, extremely cute, and very talented in summoning. I'm not talented, I literally know nothing. Really? Not knowing how doesn't mean not being able to. Puppy! The puppy Nightfallen transforms into the blue smoke and vanishes into the crystal. Now you try. I'll hold on to it to help you when needed. You do as he says, reaching for the crystal with your fingers, and thinking really hard about the small Nightfallen, trying to will it into existence. You try to summon it as well, but something feels wrong. Something about the crystal reminds you of me. At that moment, a small shock zaps the crystal, launching the puppy Nightfallen outside like a projectile. Ah! Sparky, I'm sorry! Thankfully, the Nightfallen's small fall was highly reduced by the thick bushes and soft grass beds. It comes back quickly, wagging its tail, and breathing heavily with its tongue out, switching its attention away from its master for the first time. Puppy! Oh, his expression seemed to change. It looks like you like that. And you. The puppy runs around, you trying to jump on your lap, as you lightly swing back and forth, scratching your pants with dull marks. Alright, that's enough. He recalls Nightfallen and gives you a curious look. He grabs your tie as the swing gets close to him, holding you in place, and gets his face closer. Whoa. Your snouts are only an inch apart, making your lips just that close, but his burning eyes make you stay away, even if they only contain curiosity and a bit of mischief. Are you sure you've never done this before, Cody? A soft smile across his face, delicate with a hint of slyness. You can't help but feel both cheeks with the warmth of blood, as your eyes try not to widen too much. I swear, I've never even held a summoning gem before, only the mundane day-to-day ones. I'm not sure how he did it. Interesting. What are your powers, if I may ask? I'm feeling like maybe... Did Scribbles do anything? Energy manipulation. You reply hastily, as if his simple question was in order. He chuckles. And you dare think, even for a second, you have no talent. Cody, you'll be summoning savage furs out of these crystals in no time. The tension in the air suddenly drops with your tie, the gentle swings of the tire rejoining its lazy trajectory. What does that have to do with anything? It means you're a special bitch. Congrats. Android users are supposed, in theory, to have a very strong connection to these crystals that Nightfallen reside in. I can't say too much on the topic, since not much is known about it. There are like, 10, 15 people like you in the world? Needless to say, you're in luck. It's hard to believe I'm anything special. After all I can really do with my magic is throw some energy balls that leave me exhausted and charge phones. Maybe give you a little zap too, but that's about it. I forgot that in the beginning. His sister's like, hey, can you charge my phone? You don't need to be special to use spells to summon. All you need is a large magic pool, which you have plenty of, it seems. But never mind the Nightfallen and magic trick. Nightfallen. Right. About those auditions, I was gonna put a good word in for you, in case you really were worthless, as you keep saying you are. Ouch. I stand by my words, but ouch. I doubt that's true. In any case, I also doubt there's anything that can keep you out of the shard. We'd be fools to refuse you. Stop. You're making me blush. Have I not been doing that with my flirting attempts earlier? Shame on me. I'm getting old. No, you're not. I mean, it works. Trust me, it works really well. I'm just a bit overwhelmed. I'm not, used to this kind of stuff. Are you saying you weren't the heartthrob of your school friend group? Not by a mile. I needed friends for that. What was that? I'm just mumbling. Hey, here's a seamless subject change for no reason particular. What is a gem you keep on your earring? This old thing? I use it to summon objects mostly. I keep it close, since, objects are not banned inside the barrier. Nightfallen are. That is so useful. So, like a dimensional pocket? Not quite. Since these objects are not real, they disappear after a short while. I can use a stool to get something from a high place, a rock to throw at somebody, or even... what? He touches his earring, and a beautiful blue rose, in full bloom, appears in his hand. I feel like this would be at least a different nice scene change, but, you know, I guess at that 40-minute mark, we might need to cut it, because, you know, we'd be going. I've got a cup of tea to drink. I don't know why I keep seeing things on the side of my vision. So that's gonna be the end of this Let's Play. And hey, we could always use this thumbnail, or another one too. Who knows? So, please comment, guys, I like comments, tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos to have a grown. Please remember to spay near animals and have control of the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's available free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game, then you'll get the news version earlier, then you can go with their Patreon. My throat, it hurts. Ooh. For $5 a month. And until next time, I'll tell you, me, GamerWolfSix of the Shards. Sorry to be kind of so short, but it's also like, I don't know, are those other things real that we're going to be asking? I don't know. Thanks, see ya.